Hey guys, back this week with part 2. It was so big and so much editing. I hope you guys like it, and let's get right into the video. What continent do you like best, Pentala or Pyria? Probably Pyria because it's been around longer. But I do like that Pentala has chocolate shops. I'm all about that. And bookshops. Which character should get a book that does not have one? Deathbringer. Totally Deathbringer. What are your top 3 favorite tribes? Sea Wings, Rain Wings, and Leaf Wings or Silk Wings, I think. What do you think would be the most interesting Pentalan Pyrene hybrid? I have no idea. Again, I think all hybrids are interesting. Who's your favorite fake Dragon of Destiny? Definitely Fate Speaker. She's a sweetie. Who is your favorite Dragon of Destiny? Tsunami with Glory is a very close second. Tsunami is only in the lead because she's a bit of a protective older sibling, and I sympathize with that a lot. Do you ship Darkstalker and Clearsight? Yes, I do. I feel like they would have been very good for each other, but the things that happened just didn't let it end up that way, and it was not all Deathbringer's fault. It was not all Darkstalker's fault. And who is your favorite Nightwing other than Deathbringer? There's Nightwings other than Deathbringer. Do you ship Quinter, Moonblee, or Winter Watcher? Moonblee, just because, not because it's canon, but just because I feel like they're very good for each other. What's your favorite background character? Deathbringer! If you've seen the 2 snippets from book 14 on its wiki page, am I saying that right? Wiki? Sandwich wiki. Sorry. If you've seen the 2 snippets from book 14 on its wiki page, what's your opinion on it so far? I have not seen them, and my opinion is that it will be good, because Tui's books are always good. Sorry. Would you have thought that Orca could have been a better queen than Coral? Yeah, probably. Coral didn't seem too interested in, her subjects. Like, that scene where the soldier was giving the report to her and she was just, like, gonna let him bleed on the floor. That didn't do much to make me, think that she was a very caring queen about her subjects. Like, she obviously cared a lot about her daughters and stuff, but I just feel like she didn't look out for her subjects a whole lot. And obviously I don't know if Orca could have done a better job, but I know that Coral left many things lacking. Were you excited for the Pentalan dragons to meet the Pyrians? Absolutely, because it means that I get my favorite characters back in the series, Keebly and hopefully Deathbringer. What do you think about Deathbringer and Glory's relationship? I think it's really cute. And I know that I'm gonna get comments about it because I have before, and no, it's not a weird relationship. Deathbringer's not super, he's not a lot older than Glory, because from what I've read of the series, and I've read it several times, Glory is an adult, Deathbringer is an adult. Pretty sure 8 years old for a Dragonette is considered adulthood. Glory is 6 or 7 or something. She's I don't remember. Glory's an adult. Deathbringer's an adult, and he's only 3 or 4 years older than her. Like, I think he's like 4 years older than her. It's not a big age difference. You know, honestly, even if your opinion is that it's not a cool couple, I honestly, like, no offense, I don't want to hear your comments about it because it gets annoying. Like, I feel like if you have a negative opinion, you should just keep it to yourself, because I don't want to spread hate and negative feelings in this fandom. I want people to talk about what they love, not what they hate. Which is why I try to do the same thing in a lot of my videos. I just try to stick to what I like about things and not what I dislike. As a rule, I do get off that sometimes. But I mostly just try to stick to positive things. And as far as positive things go, I think Glorybringer's an adorable ship. Because they have this whole I don't like you thing going on, where they're pretending not to like, well, Deathbringer's flirting pretty hard. Glory's got the I don't like you thing going on. So yeah, I think they're a cute ship. I'm sorry that some people don't like it, but, like, again, it's exhausting to me to have to answer those questions over and over and over. Do you think that there will be a 4th arc? If so, what do you think the general idea and possible POVs are? I have no idea. Tui hasn't even confirmed whether or not she wants to write a 4th arc, so it's pretty out in the air. With a Wings of Fire animated series in the works, who are some actors you would like to see take part, and what role would you most want them to play? The only actor whose name I have ever bothered to learn is Harrison Ford. And if Harrison Ford's not going to be in the animated series, then I don't care who is. What is your favorite mini arc in the series? Characters, events, side characters, or even the winglet stories? I really liked the 4th winglet, so spoilers for the next 10 seconds. The one about Foeslayer and Arctic, just because it was a good explanation for their relationship and gave me a lot of background, and it was really adorable and also made me sad. So, that was a fun one. Who are some characters you feel needed more fleshing out than they actually got? Definitely Swordtail. I feel like he had a lot of potential in the first book, but then he just kind of faded in the 12th and 13th book into just like the strong, muscular, funny guy who's not super smart. Would you or would you not go to Jade Mountain Academy? Probably not. I don't like going a whole lot of places. I hate traveling. I want to stay where I am forever. So, like, it'd be an interesting experience, and I always think that to myself, like, oh, this will be fun, but then I get out there and it's not. Who is your favorite queen that can be dead? Glory. Glory's a good queen. If you would choose 2 unrelated Wings of Fire characters to meet, which 2? I'm not sure what you mean by unrelated, but probably Deathbringer and Keebly. Keebly because he's super smart, and I just feel like he'd be interesting to talk to, and Deathbringer because we could go commit arson together. I know that sounded bad, but Deathbringer would be super fun to meet. What do you think of the Quinter ship? Don't like it because I think Keebly should go with Moon. Do you like Whirlpool? I like him where he is now as a dead corpse. Do you have any theories on how the 3rd arc will end up, and do you think there will be a 4th arc? I don't know if there's going to be a 4th arc, and as far as theories go, I think the good guys are going to win. Who is a character you think deserved to die the most in Wings of Fire? That is a good one. Scarlet. She was bad. Or Burn, or Blister. Which Wings of Fire character's deaths made you the saddest? Deathbringer's mom. That was really sad. Or, what I thought was Darkstalker's mom's death. Why Wings of Fire? Is there any other book series that you like almost as much? Here's the thing. I don't even like Wings of Fire that much. Like, I like it, but there are a lot of things that I like a lot more. And that's weird, right? Because, like, I've kind of based my whole online career around Wings of Fire. And that's more because I like drawing dragons than because I like the series. Like it's weird. Every time I read the books, I flip out. And I do love the series. It's a good series. They're just better series out there. For instance, I pretty much like all of Brandon Mole's stuff better than Wings of Fire. And that's a personal preference thing. Brandon Mole's writing is amazing. I like Ninjago more than Wings of Fire. It's a TV show, but it's probably my favorite thing right now. Why Wings of Fire? Probably just because I enjoy drawing dragons, and there's a big market out there for Wings of Fire stuff. I am very business-oriented. I was in a very business-oriented family growing up, and so that's kind of how my brain works. And so when I looked at the internet and I saw, okay, I want to draw dragons, who am I going to market to? Who am I going to try to get to follow my YouTube? Wings of Fire is pretty big. So, it was in part unconscious and in part conscious. It was partly inconscious and partly conscious decision to do Wings of Fire. Not necessarily because I like it the best, but because I like drawing dragons. Although it is a great series, I mean, let's be honest. Do you like Darkstalker or do you like Peacemaker? I like Darkstalker more than Peacemaker just because he was been around longer and he had a really, really well-developed character. Great villain. If you could add your own type of Wings of Fire dragon, what would it be and how would it work? Do you want the answer that's going to take me 2 years to come up with, or do you want the answer that's going to get y'all a short video? Because the answer that's going to get you a short video is going to be, I don't know. Sorry. Because I'm a writer, right? So this answer becomes serious if I answer it. Why do you like Wings of Fire? Because I like dragons, and because it's a good story, and because the fandom is really nice most of the time, and the characters are fun, and it's just like a fun little thing for me to come back to. What is the hardest dragon tribe for you to draw? Edit. People are saying that it's Mudwing, so other than Mudwing, what's the hardest tribe? Mudwing or Icewing? Icewings are easier for me now, but I used to really struggle with them because of the spikes. A scale of 1 to 10, how good is the Pantala series without spoiling anything? I'm about to finish the 2nd arc. Probably 8 or 9. It's been pretty good so far. Kind of slow, but only 3 books are out, so I'm sure it'll start picking up. It's been picking up, but it's been pretty good so far. Weirdest canon Wings of Fire ship in your opinion? I can't. Okay. Well, Anemone and Tamarin aren't really canon, but they were definitely alluded to as canon, and I think that's kind of weird just because they barely know each other. And it feels like Tui just kind of threw that at us, with no explanation. So I don't like that one a lot. What should Deathbringer dress up for his Halloween? Deathbringer should dress up as a scary assassin that could kill you before you even see him. Oh wait. Which main character do you think has the most emotional backstory? I'm gonna say Keebly because, like, off the top of my head, he comes to mind. Because he had a sucky family life, let's be honest. I mean, a lot of them do. But how did you react when you read about Coral's dismay toward her broken egg? It gave me a lot of insight into her character, and it made me sympathize with her a whole lot more. Up until that point, I hadn't really liked her as much. I thought she was just kind of a ditz, you know? But when I saw that she was really genuinely heartbroken about losing another child, it kind of made me rethink how I had looked at her character previously. Is it possible for a Seawing, Sandwing, Rainwing hybrid, and if so, what do you think it would look like? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's possible. And it'd probably look... I mean, like, every hybrid would look different, so, like, I don't know. I'd have to draw it, like, honestly. Which Dragonet of Destiny do you dislike the most? Probably Starflight, just because he's kind of blah. Starflight or Clay. Sorry. Not that I, like, hate them, but, like, that I like them the least. If you could cast one animus spell, what would it be? Besides the obvious one of, a million wishes. I would wish for a big computer that's, like, fast, because my laptop is bad. And one of these days, I'm going to get me a computer, like, I'm going to get a beast of a computer. One of these days, when I have money, which I do not have right now. How were you introduced to Wings of Fire? Like I said, I was just walking through the library, checking every book on the shelf, looking desperately for dragon books, and I saw a book with a big old dragon smack on the front, and I thought, here we go. How long have you been into Wings of Fire? About as long as I've been into drawing, because Wings of Fire got me into drawing, so about 4 years. What is your least favorite character in Wings of Fire? Squid. Who do you think will become Queen of the High Wings if they defeat Wasp and free the Hive Wings? I'm campaigning for Katydid. She's awesome. Or Scarab. If you could reverse one of Darkstalker's spells, which would it be? The Icewind Killing spell. That was pretty awful. If you were Kinkajou, how would you have ended Darkstalker? Honestly, I have no idea. Again, that's one of those things that would take me a long time to figure out, and I'm too lazy to figure it out. Do you agree that Tui killed too many characters in the first book? I've never heard that idea before, and I don't think she did. Like, I guess there was a lot of death in it, but it didn't really bother me. I was older when I first read the books. Older than I think most people are when they first read it. Do you agree that Clay is a food addict? I haven't seen a whole lot of evidence to support it. Like, I mean, I know he likes food, but, like, addicted to it? I don't know. I mean, we're all addicted to food, aren't we? Like, I'd die if I got off food. Okay, that sounded weird. I don't know. I wouldn't say so. Do you hate Marosir or Kestrel because they were kind of hard on the Dragonets of Destiny? Or do you think that they deserved more love? I think Kestrel got it kind of hard, but I think Marosir deserved exactly what he got. Who's your favorite villain in the Wings of Fire series? Probably Darkstalker. He's pretty awesome. Who's your favorite ship? Glorybringer or Findigo? Findigo is adorable. What is your favorite bizarre ship? Turtle and Scarlet, just because it's absolutely hilarious. If you could kill off a main character, who would it be? Well, I wouldn't kill off any of them out of choice, but if I had to pick one to go, I'm sorry, Turtle. You're just the least interesting. Which character do you think deserves a winglet? Sora, Katydid, or Chameleon? Which character do you think is way too overrated? I don't know. Which character is the most aesthetically pleasing? Whiteout. Again, she's just got an adorable design. Favorite battle scene? No clue. Oh, the stormy scene in, I think, book 11. That was pretty cool. Secret headcanon. None. Which underrated Wings of Fire character is your favorite? If I say Deathbringer again, is someone gonna slap me? If you were a dragon, what tribe would you want to be in? Sea Wings or Rain Wings, probably. How did you react to Osprey's death? Is it bad that it took me a minute to remember who he is? It was sad. It was really sad. I felt bad for Peril. Who's the best Dragonet in Jade Mountain out of all the winglets? Keebly. If you had to choose between one of the 3 Sandwing sisters to become queen, who would it be? Like, honestly, they all suck really bad. But, probably Blaze, just because, someone good could get behind her and pull the strings, I feel like. Because, like, Blister and Blaze, Blister and Burn, there was no way that was going to work out well for anyone. They were just evil. Blaze was just stupid. And so I feel like that at least gives us a chance of getting someone good involved with the royalty. Okay, and that's all the Wings of Fire questions. I'm gonna try and keep this video short, y'all, but it's getting difficult. So doing my best here and moving right on to other fandoms. We only have 2 pages of questions left. Do you read Warriors? If so, who is your favorite leader? I do read. I used to enjoy it a lot. I do read it. I haven't been keeping up with the new books. I've read like the first 2 books, maybe the first, at least the first book, and maybe the second book in the newest arc in Warriors. Currently, my favorite leader is anyone but Bramblestar. Honestly, I'm ready for him to die. He's been here way too long. Who is your favorite Ninjago character? It is Kai. It used to be Lloyd, but, you know, I started really thinking about it, and Kai is pretty awesome. Do you watch The Dragon Prince? If not, I would 100% suggest you do. I do watch it. I'm waiting excitedly for the 4th season. Do you know of a game called Hat in Time? It is a super cute and kind of hard 3D platformer game. Again, I don't play a lot of video games, and I know pretty much nothing about them except for Weapons Over Normandy, and I've probably forgotten how to play that by now. So, what is your favorite series besides Wings of Fire, and what is your favorite ship from that series? This is a cruel question, because I have read so many books, y'all. Currently, my favorite series is Dragon Watch, because it's still coming out. And don't even get me started on this, because the 4th book just came out and I do not have it yet at the time of recording of this video. I don't have it, and I want it, and things are not going good for the main characters at the time where I'm at, and there was a cliffhanger in book 2 that only barely got resolved, and it's not really resolved, and my favorite character is finally out of the dungeons, and he's back in the series, and just, Dragon Watch is good, y'all. It's a sequel series to Fablehaven, and if you haven't read either of them, go read them, because they're so good. Brandon Mull is the best. Right now, that's my favorite, just because that's what I'm seriously into right now as far as books go, and my favorite ship from that would probably be Warren and Vanessa, just because it's a cute little background ship. What would be your tactic in the Hunger Games, and would you survive? My tactic would probably be to wait it out for as long as possible, and then either it'd be a sneaky way. I would not win through brute force. It would be through trickery, and trickery? Is that even a word? Oh my gosh, it wouldn't be through word skills. I would probably try to manipulate and scheme my way into winning, and I think I'd probably have a good chance. Of course, that depends. Am I competing against people from today, or am I competing against people from the Hunger Games series? Because there's a big difference. Do you think Alvin the Treacherous is a good villain? Alvin the Treacherous is the best. He was villainous enough to, to be a serious villain, but at the same time, funny enough to make me laugh. I mean, by book 12, he was probably missing more than half of his body. I mean, what was it? A nose, an eye, his arm, a leg. He was missing a lot of limbs. And he had warts, didn't he? He had the worst luck. He was a great villain. Christina Caldwell was a genius. Is a genius. She's coming out with a new series, I hear. I've been trying to keep up with it, and I've been failing. But, yeah, Alvin the Treacherous is pretty funny. Do you know and or like the furry fandom? I've heard of furries, I didn't know there was a fandom. I don't dislike it until I know it, so sure. Do you play Among Us / Wings of Fire Roblox? I have heard of both, and no, I do not. What book series do you read outside of Wings of Fire? Fablehaven, Beyonders, 5 Kingdoms, Dragon Watch. That's a lot of Brandon Mull stuff. Spirit Animals, anything by Brandon Jacques. Brandon Jacques. He's a British guy. Maybe French. I don't remember. Redwall. That was his series. Mark of the Thief, Land of Stories, The Hunger Games, the first Percy Jackson series, The Blackwell Pages, Books of Umber, How to Train Your Dragon, obviously. I've read so many books, honestly, but yeah, I've read a lot of good series. Brandon Mull's the big one right now. Your favorite map? Can't remember. I saw a map to the Last of the Real Ones once that was really good. Yeah, off the top of my head, let's just go with that. Who is your favorite The Dragon Prince character? I personally love them all. Definitely Rayla and then Runan. And Runan better not be dead or I'll be mad. But Rayla's pretty fun. Really pretty, too. I need to draw her some more. Have you read The Heroes of Olympus, and if you have, which is your favorite? I have read Heroes of Olympus. I prefer Percy Jackson and the Olympians. It's, I love the 9th book. because Percy and Annabeth suffered in the 9th book, and as we all know, I like seeing my favorite characters suffer. Have you watched Marvel? No, I've heard of it. Marvel is not the superhero one, like Superman and Spider-Man and stuff. Marvel's like the Norse gods, right? Like Thor, right? I have no idea. Sorry to all the Marvel fans out there. I know it's big, but I honestly did not watch a whole lot of TV growing up. You said you loved all things Brandon Mole, so have you read Five Kingdoms? I have read Five Kingdoms. I adore Five Kingdoms. Jace is my favorite character in Five Kingdoms, and he is really awesome. Who is your favorite Hunger Games character? I hate to say Katniss because she's the main character, but probably Katniss. Katniss or Haymitch. I like Haymitch a lot. And here comes a lot of Ninjago questions, so apologies to anyone who's not into it. Ninjago is really awesome. It's an extremely well-written show, and yeah, it's Legos, but that doesn't mean it's for kids. Like, I mean, I like it, so if that's not good enough recommendation. Anyways, who's your favorite Ninjago villain? Notakon or Moro, just because I like it when the villains make the main characters suffer, and Notakon and Moro really got into the characters' heads. Which ninja do you like the most? Definitely Kai. Kai's really relatable to me, because older brother stuff, and just because his character in general, he's very stubborn, hot-headed, kind of a reckless kind of person. I like that a lot, too. So it's really, really easy for me to get behind Kai's actions. What is your favorite element? This is hard, because, even before watching Ninjago, I used to think about this all the time, and it'd be fire or water, because I've always liked both of those. Who is your favorite elemental master? Excluding the ninja, who I like a lot, Skylar, or Tox. What's your favorite episode of Ninjago? This is hard, because, like, I have trouble separating them, but I love the episode in Season 5 where they're in the first Benjutsu Master's tomb. Love that whole episode. I love the episode in Season 4. I even know the name, Ninja Roll, where they're doing the roller skating. I don't know, I'm not sure why. That one's always hilarious to me. The episode in Season 8 when Lloyd... sorry if this is spoilers for people. I always forget to warn about spoilers. The episode in Season 8 where Lloyd's dad, like, threw him through a wall. So those three, and I don't know. It's hard to pick between those three, honestly. What is your least favorite episode of Ninjago? Anything where they're being stupid. So, like, the first episode of Season 6, I watched it one time, and I have not watched it since. And for some reason, Aubrey loves the episodes where they're being stupid, and I don't. Who's your favorite Sons of Garmadon general? Between Kilo, Mr. E, and Ultraviolet, I don't like most of them. Kilo's blah. Mr. E is not much there. But Ultraviolet's entertaining for the first couple of episodes, so probably her. What is your least favorite elemental power? Any of the lame background ones, like speed or sound or plants. I don't know, like any of the background ones, I guess. Who's the weakest ninja? I hate to say Jay just because he's tiny, but I mean, like... I say he's tiny, they're Lego figures. But, Jay would be a short kid and you can't tell me otherwise. None of them are weak, but probably Jay. Just because he and Lloyd are like the teen babies, in my opinion. Like, everyone just wants to protect those two. Like, if I was in charge, that'd be how it is. So probably Jay. What's your least favorite season of Ninjago? Seasons 1, 2, or 3? Sorry. What's your favorite villain soundtrack? Maro. That violin is just so recognizable. What's your favorite soundtrack? That's hard. I really like any time when Zane's Falcon would come on. The Overture, every time I hear that, I, like, start crying. Because it's, like, so nostalgic for me now. The Weekend Whip doesn't count, because it's really good. I don't know. There's a lot of the stuff from season 12 was really good. I liked, like, the techno stuff, so that was fun. Who's your favorite villain backstory? Probably Maru or Notakon again, or the Time Twins. What is your favorite part of Ninjago? Like, favorite, like, scene or something? Anything that's sad, because... Again, I like it when characters suffer, which I know is wrong, but What's your favorite realm? Ninjago, because that's where Kai is. What season is your favorite out of the Oni trilogy? Definitely season 8. I like season 9 a lot, but I don't like that they were separated for so long. Like, I like it when the team is together. Like, I feel like the Dragon Hunter part of that series season just dragged on and on and on and on and on. And I kept waiting for, like, Kai and the gang to get back together. I really just wanted Kai and Lloyd reunited, let's be honest. But it didn't. It never happened till the end, and I was a little bit upset about that. So definitely season 8. Which ninja ally is the best? Ronan or Skylar? Skylar because she's hot and sarcastic and awesome. Ronan because he's Ronan. Which realm is your least favorite? I've only seen a couple, like the Dragon and Oni realm, Ninjago, Cloud Kingdom, preeminent, so probably the Cursed realm. Or Cloud Kingdom, which was lame, and, like, a stupid concept. Not a stupid concept, but a hard concept to, like, fit in with the rest of the lore of Ninjago, I guess. Who's your favorite villain army? Sons of Garmadon, they were really colorful. Do you like Pokemon? I think it's a game. I've never played it. I hear there's books and, like, movies and stuff. Never seen or read them. I have friends who are into it. I just never gotten into it. What shows do you watch? Mostly Ninjago, The Dragon Prince, when there's a new season out. Transformers Prime, I was so into Transformers Prime. The A-Team, which is old, but it's like one of those super, like, cheesy older shows with, like, guns and explosions and car chases. And I love it. It's something that my dad and I and the rest of my siblings used to watch together. So I watch it a lot. It's like a nostalgia thing. What other book series do you read or hobbies do you do? I already answered book series. Hobbies, I write, I draw, I spend time with my family and friends when I can because I do like spending time with people. I don't get a whole lot of time, which is sad. I used to do wood carving. I haven't done that in a while. Can mowing be a hobby? I like mowing a lot. Like, that's probably weird. Like, it's pretty much just writing and art. Writing foremost and art secondarily. And I guess being a YouTuber, is that like a hobby? So I guess YouTubing. If you could send your favorite character to meet a different fandom, which fandom would you send them to? I'd send Deathbringer to the Ninjago fandom just because it's the best, I guess. And I want him to meet the ninjas so that they can all see what a real dragon looks like. The Ninjago dragons always disappoint me because they always look kind of ugly in my opinion. What was your favorite plot twist in Ninjago? Kai's parents still being alive. That was cool as well. I love that one scene where he tries to set his dad on fire without even, like, listening to his excuse for being missing. A very Kai thing to do. What book series would you recommend besides Wings of Fire? I think I already did that one. Anything Brandon Mull. That's the big one. Brandon Mull's the best. And that's the other book series section. I only have one left now, and it's kind of a short one. So we are almost there. The recording is almost at 2 hours. I'm not looking forward to editing this. Hopefully I can get it to an hour, which is where I wanted it to be. How did you develop your art style? I wouldn't say that I have an art style because it changes a lot, kind of based on whatever I'm, like, interested in or whatever seems cool at the time. And I really don't think that art style, I don't think that people should worry about it as much. Because, like, when you say art style, that seems to me like a signature way of doing art that makes it very recognizable as yours. And some people do have it. Biohazardia definitely has an art style, I would say. X the Dragon Reborn X, art style. Dragon Sheep, their art is all very easy to recognize. Like, you know, you see that piece and, oh, that's Biohazardia, you know it. But, like, I feel like I don't have one of those, and I don't really want one. Because, like, I like expanding and trying a lot of different styles and techniques, and so how did I develop it? I did whatever I wanted, and if I have an art style, it's unintentional. What art programs do you use? I used to use Autodesk Sketchbook primarily. I now use Krita primarily. I did try Fire Alpaca for a while, but Krita has all the features and more. So Krita's really awesome. Krita is free, by the way, so is Autodesk Sketchbook. I've never used a subscription art program in my life. I've only ever used free ones. Krita has a lot of really good, high-quality professional kind of features, and Autodesk was a really good program for me to start off with. So if you're a beginner artist looking for a program, I would suggest Autodesk Sketchbook. Just look it up on Google. You find it right away. It's free. It's a really good inaugural art program that kind of teaches you the ropes of digital art. And if you're looking to kind of step up your game and find a bigger program, Krita, very, very good option. Lots of great tools in Krita. When did you start considering yourself a good artist? I guess when I started liking what I draw. Because sometimes I would draw stuff and then a week later I'd think, oh, I hate that. And now I can look back on stuff that I did a couple months ago and think, oh, I still like that. So whenever I started being able to look back on some of my, not old, but more recently old stuff and not hate it immediately, I guess. I don't know, I'm always going to be improving. I'm never going to stop learning. But at least now I feel like I've got a little bit of skill. How much do you practice? I draw pretty much every day. I might miss a day or two a week because I'm busy or I just don't have the energy. But I draw usually every day, sometimes for several hours. Both traditional and digital. Practicing is extremely important. Even if you don't like what you're doing, if you don't like what you're turning out, the point isn't to turn out good sketches and stuff. The point is to practice and get better. So, who's the easiest to draw and color? Really, any of them. Sea wings are always really easy for me because I learned sea wings first. So, it's kind of like muscle memory, I guess. What dragons do you think is the hardest to draw? Mud wings and then ice wings because, again, the spikes. It seems as though your art style is different in headshots. Why is that? I was not aware of that. If it seems like that, it's just because I was trying something else when I did the headshots. Do you not like to draw the paws on a dragon? I do not. I draw them I try not to draw feet. I just do shapeless blobs, and it works for me, and I don't care what anyone else thinks. Can you do a front face of dragons? Why, yes, I can. How do you shade? I go up onto a layer above the drawing. I put it to multiply mode, and then I lower the opacity, and I shade in colors. I rarely use black to shade. And I am going to do a shading tutorial at some point. A lot of people have been asking, so it's on my list of... I have a Google document with a list of 30, 40 videos that I want to do. Did Wings of Fire significantly affect your art style and preferences? I am only an artist because I read Wings of Fire. If I hadn't read it, I doubt I'd be drawing. So I'd say it significantly affected my art style and preferences, yeah. What do you use to animate? If you mean animate like my animatics, I use Krita and Wondershare Filmora, which is my video editing program. If you mean actual animation, like frame-by-frame animation, Krita has an animation feature that's actually really good, but I can't export from it because I need a secondary program that I need to download to export. I haven't figured it all out, but I'm lazy and I don't want to. So far, I've been animating with Autodesk Sketchbook's Flipbook thing, which is the barest basic minimum of animation software. So it's not super awesome, but it's good enough for me at this time until I get off my behind and download that other program that I need to export animations from Krita. So, do you ever plan on joining maps or just animation in general? I don't plan on joining any maps, not because I don't like maps, but just because, again, I have a hard time sitting down and devoting that much time to one project. My time is limited, and I like to do a lot of different stuff, so... I do like animating, though, and I do want to try it more. Do you like animating? Ha! I do. I enjoy animating. It's really cool to see something move, and although I don't foresee myself doing maps and stuff, I do want to keep learning how to animate, and I do want to try it more in the future, so. Any tips for how to grow my channel? Find something that the people like, because you're trying to, if your goal is to get subscribers and watch time and viewers, then you need to create content that the people want to see. First and foremost, if your job is to do, if your goal is to do something that you love, then do what you love, and subscribers doesn't matter. But if your goal is to have subscribers, then you need to do what the subscribers want. And I mean, you can do both. But if you do want subscribers, you have to attract them. You have to bait them in with funny videos like animatics or something else. I honestly have no idea. Because I have no idea how my channel blew up to 5,000 subs, which is crazy. Advertise it. Get people to advertise it. Word of mouth. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. I'm literally a crazy person. Will you ever do a collab with Rachel the Rainwing or any other animator if you could? I never have, and I highly doubt I ever will. I would do collabs with close friends, but again, because I'm busy a lot, I don't want to commit to things, especially with people that I don't know very well, because I'd hate to have to let them down, and I just don't have much interest in that at this time. What got you into drawing, Wings of Fire? Where did you learn to draw dragons, and do you take a lot of inspiration from other artists? I taught myself to draw dragons. I looked at the dragon tribal refs in the books, and I went from there. If you had the artist style of any other animator, who would it be? I like my artist style, honestly. So I'd probably keep mine. What tribe would I start with if I am about to start drawing dragons? Start with the tribe you like the most. I started with Sea Wings because I like them the most, and I didn't draw really any other tribe until about 2 years ago. And you know what? That's totally fine. How long did it take you to find your style? Again, I'm not super into styles. Like, it doesn't really matter to me if you have a style or not. Don't feel like you can't draw because you don't have that silly thing. How long did it take? How long have I been drawing? 4 years. So it took me 4 years to find my style, I guess. Question, what program did you use for your Born for This PMV, like for editing? Wondershare Filmora is my video editing program. It is not free. So, sorry about that if anyone's looking for a free editing program. I know that there's some free ones for like phones and stuff, but as I do everything on my laptop, I wouldn't know anything about that. Your favorite dragon to draw? Any of them. I like drawing dragons. It's fun. When did you first start drawing? 4 years ago. Are you planning to change the eye style of the dragons just for animatics, or did you just want to try something different? The latest animatic that I posted had a different eye style, for those of you who didn't know. I just wanted to try something different. I'll probably keep doing it because I think it's cute, and it's easy, and it's fun. And I did it also in part because it helps the eyes stand out when I'm drawing darker dragons, and that animatic had a lot of night wings in it. What's your favorite animatic that you've posted? I do not know. I really like the one where Clay's leg has been bitten by the dragon bite, and Peril's like, it's the Ninjago quote, and he's like, and Clay's like, oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it? And Peril's like, oh, it's a 7-point arm ripped off. I like the one where Peril sets the bull on fire, or no, I like the one where Peril sets the scroll on fire and accidentally releases Darkstalker. I like the one where Cricket flies headfirst into the ground. I like a lot of them. They're all pretty funny. What was your first ever drawing? If you don't know, then when did you start drawing? I do know. I don't have a picture of it, and I'm lazy, so if I still have my first ever digital art drawing, I will put it on the screen. Are you self-taught, or did you take art classes / watch tutorials to learn? I am completely self-taught. I did have like an art packet in my school days when I was homeschooled, because I guess my mom thought it was necessary. It sucked, in my opinion. It was probably a good one, but small child me hated it desperately. So yeah, I was pretty much completely self-taught. I looked at pictures, and I figured it out. I've always been very self-taught. I've rarely, like, anytime I want to learn something, I don't think, oh, hey, I'll find a tutorial or find a book. I think, oh, hey, I'll find someone else who did it and copy what they did, basically. And I don't think copying is bad. I think it's a high form of, like, I do feel like mimicry is the highest compliment. But, like, when I would copy things, I would always, and like, if I copied things and I'd say, hey, Aubrey, look what I've drawn, I would always tell her that it's a copy of the Sea Wing tribal thingy in the book. You know, like, I would never, like, steal art, but, like, I do feel like it's totally okay to look at art that you like and try to copy it, because, like, that's how I learn, and I think that's how a lot of people learn. I've watched a couple tutorials. I've watched some when I'm trying to learn how to draw humans, because I finally realize that there are tutorials out there that can shave 2 years off my learning time, so, but for the most part, self-taught. Do you take references of other drawings while you draw? I do. Not very much now. I use photos and stuff when I'm drawing humans. When I'm doing dragons, I pretty much have it down now. But in my earlier days, yes, I used reference a lot. And I like, if any of y'all ever want to use my drawings as reference, even for tracing, I don't mind, as long as you credit it if you post it somewhere. Do not burn me for offering my stuff up for learning material by stealing my art, okay? Because that would suck and make me sad. What drawing app and tools, stylus, mouse, finger, etc. do you use to draw? I use a laptop, a X Pen tablet, G640S. It's either G640S or GS406. I'm not sure. I always forget. I always get the S and the 6 mixed up. I use a drawing tablet, not a screen tablet, but a drawing tablet. It's pretty small because I have a bit of a small desk. A laptop, and I already mentioned the programs. So, how can you draw faces, wings, tails, and open wings? I will make a tutorial someday. It's hard to answer, like, without drawing and showing you. How do you draw so good? I know you will say lots of practice. You're right, I will say lots of practice. And that's because, like I could give you all the tips in the world, and but there's no like clever little get around for art. Like, really the only way to do it is just to practice and to spend time becoming good at it. And you know, they say you don't get good at something until you've spent 10,000 hours doing it. So if you're really devoted to art and if you're really passionate about it, then you won't mind practicing for 10,000 hours. And like, I know that that's not a very helpful answer. Like, I wish there was some tip that I could be like, oh yeah, here's the secret to drawing. But, like, the secret is practice and just doing it over and over and over and eventually getting good at it. Do you wish you could change your art style in any way? Nope, I like it. I'm happy with it. Could you show us some of your early pieces? If I remember and still have them, they are flashing on the screen right now. Okay, last question. We're so close. How did you learn how to draw dragons from certain angles? I've been struggling with this for about a year. I'm still kind of struggling with it. I don't think I'm good at it, but when I am struggling with something, I find a picture and I use that as reference. I use horse and cat pictures a lot because the facial structures are similar. Like, you can't just know that stuff intuitively. So you do have to find reference pictures, and then you just need to practice it a lot. Like, I know it's hard to do that, and to, like, because, like, when you're practicing, you're not good at it, right? Like, you have to watch yourself make mistakes over and over and over, and that's hard. Like, nobody wants to sit there and draw the same, what they think is a bad drawing over and over and over, but that's really the only way to become a good quote-unquote artist. So yeah, just keep practicing. Like, if you've been struggling with it for a year, then you're doing a good job, I'd say, sticking with it. So congrats. And that was the last question. I just answered 280 questions. Like, that was impressive. That's 2 hours of recording. I'm so sorry for this big video. In part because I have to now edit this big video. Oh, that's gonna be fun. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for 5,000 subs. Again, this means so much to me. The whole job, this is what makes it worth it. This is what makes my 10,000 hours worth it. So, y'all mean the world to me. Let's get it to 10,000 subscribers, man, so I can do a 10K special. As usual, links in the description to my Redbubble and DeviantArt pages. Support me, check out my art, check out my store, do all that fun stuff. If I didn't get anyone's questions, I'm sorry. I tried my best. I recorded this about 6 days after I posted the question call so that I could give myself plenty of time to edit it. So anyone who posted your questions after I recorded it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will try to respond to them in the comment section if you posted it after I recorded. And that should be it. I'm going to finally close this video, and in celebration, I'm going to go eat sugar and watch Ninjago, like any responsible adult, instead of editing it. So, thank you guys so much for watching if you actually made it through that whole crazy video, and I hope y'all have a wonderful week.
I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. There'll be my